Welcome to Film Student Breakdowns, where I, a film student, break down some of your favorite movies with an added filmmaking commentary with some fun little behind the scenes facts too. Today we'll be looking at Bullet Train, released in 2022 and directed by David Leitch, a stunt coordinator turned director who's been at the helm of a lot of action movies in recent years, Deadpool 2 being one example. Really? Let's get into it. The movie starts out with some sad Japanese guy. Womp womp, his kid's in hospital. Anyway, this news report is what's known in the film world as Chekhov's gun. Chekhov's gun is a dramatic device that suggests that details within a story will contribute to an overall narrative. In other words, it's the directors being smartasses. And David Leitch here loves to use it a lot in this film. So I'm just going to keep a counter down here of all the times he uses some twisted, creative version of it. Alright, oh look, it's John Wick. Wait, no, that's Brad Pitt. He's wearing a bucket hat, I guess. Ew, what a perv. Anyway, he's apparently a pacifist now. A pacifist assassin. Did I get that right?
Put peace out in the world, you get peace back.
I think you and your therapist might be forgetting what you do for a living, little ladybug.
Wow, okay, yeah, that makes sense. He's getting on a train. A bullet train. And oh look, the sad Japanese guy. Oh, he's there too. Oh, okay, that's gotta be John Wick, right? No? Oh, okay then. Okay, so the sad guy's doing a little bit of sneaky up on someone, and it's... Oh, no! Anyone but her! Her character is what we call in the business annoying, and who you really want to die, but the directors give them this little thing called plot armor. And this makes the viewers as mad as possible so that the eventual death will pay off as much as humanly possible. So, if you ever want to make an antagonist's death pay off a lot, I mean a lot, then delay it as long as possible whilst making them very, very annoying. Trust me, it works every single time. What I really love about this movie is that due to the setting being on a train, the characters can cross paths multiple times before even meeting each other, and it allows perfectly for a seamless transition between the converging storylines, like in this scene for example. So the way that this movie was shot is they built an actual entire train inside of a soundstage, and then in order to have the view of the windows look like it's being shot practically, they used a similar technique to that of The Mandalorian, with LED screens scrolling through different parts of Japan so they could shoot it all in one or two sound stages and reset very, very easily, and not have to use green screens or take any more time from the VFX artists than at all necessary. And it allows the actors to be more immersed in their performances because they actually believe they're where they are. Now we're introduced to two characters, Lemon and Tangerine.
I think they'll notice the childish code names first, but...
My thoughts exactly. I don't know. It's a dumb name. Oh my god, it's Percy Jackson! Oh, okay, that shot was cool. That's it. That's the breakdown. Hitting. They did a speed ramp and added sound effect as it moved.
He's lemon.
Like the fruit?
Oh my god. Now Lemon and Tangerine have a little sibling argument about how many people they killed, and we enter one of my favorite sequences of the entire film, even containing a little cameo from the director himself, David Leitch. But the music, the fourth wall breaks, the sheer brutality, the comedic beats, all so amazing. Oh look, it's Bad Bunny for some reason. Ew. Now we hear from Tangerine a little bit of the backstory of the White Death, and this scene, man, is way too cool. It perfectly establishes the main villain to be nothing but badass, and this score. Oh my god! Dominic Lewis had no reason to make this go so hard, but it's just amazing. This is how you introduce a bad guy. Back on the train, we learn a little bit more from the prince, but you know, she's so annoying, she'd definitely make doves cry. The briefcase in this movie is what's called a MacGuffin. Basically, an object which is the driving force of the entire overarching story. It's the primary object of desire for all of the characters, for all different reasons, but they all want it, and it drives the story forward. That's all you need to know about what MacGuffin is.
How the fuck am I going to kill the White Death?
Hey, after that intro, I agree with you, buddy. You'd be dead meat But I guess Tangerine and Lemon already did a kill count, so I'll just agree it seems pretty impossible. Anyway, back with Tangerine and Lemon, we get 10 million metric tons of
When I get shot in the neck,
foreshadowing,
It also stops you from getting shot in the chest, but
foreshadowing,
we rescue this fucking song, huh?
maybe foreshadowing 5 seconds into the future. Great.
You seem like a pussy.
Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Now we get to learn a very long and convoluted backstory of Bad Bunny's character, the Wolf. We get to see some great symmetry in this shot, which I'm unsure how practical it is to arrange a meeting like this, but any cartel members in the comments, please be sure to correct me. Oh look, product placements! That's just a dope transition. I couldn't tell you how they did it. I can try. I'm assuming the camera is on a crane, it then goes that way, and then it cuts to the next sequence where it's doing the same thing, but the other way. Don't assume I know everything, but it's dope. Let's just agree on that. While we witness this guy's whole life story, we see that his wedding cake was spiked with demonetization. Ugh. Back to the train, Bad and Brad fight a little bit. The Wolf tries to float with Ladybug.
I would never stop coming for you.
what?
To no avail.
Dude, I don't even know you.
You know, if you think about it, we've had a 3-minute long backstory of this guy. He must be really important to the plot. Oh, he's dead. Ladybug runs into Lemon and gets a flashback to an average day in Johannesburg, and then knocks out a mascot, Robin Lopez style. This next sequence really shines a light on David Leitch's versatility as both a stunt coordinator and a director, being able to choreograph this fight scene taking place in a public space where two characters have to be as quiet as possible, all while still trying their best to kill each other. Lemon's actor Tyree Henry said they had to practice this choreography for 2 weeks before shooting the scene. But apparently, he seemed like he only had to face one quite understandable issue.
The most distracting part of the fight is Brad's hair. Like, he just has this golden wheat, flowy, beautiful Vidal Sassoon hair.
By the looks of it, the entire cast is an absolute blast making this movie.
Everyone really is having fun with each other, so you'll see that.
This is ultimately due to David Leitch's very laid-back directing style,
He's one of those directors who's one of the calmest people on set.
allowing for improv wherever the actors want, both in terms of the script and in fight scenes. They were allowed full reins over this movie just as much as he had.
His beacon of light is he's really down to collaborate. He's never married to the script and always tossing in ideas and lines and allows you to contribute. He's offering and you're offering and you're kind of always building off of each other.
More mascot abuse, and there's the payoff from the news report at the start. Check. Double check. Chekhov. Gross. Again. How the fuck?
My name, yeah.
So the prince threatens the life of a literal child. Now we see Tangerine light up a cigarette to immediately litter it 3 seconds later, all to just meet up and look cool in front of stereotypical thugs 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lemon then tries a Weekend at Bernie's technique with the White Death stun, which works somehow. I don't know how dumb these goons are.
He's a fucking happy chappy, ain't he?
Ooh, money. We also learn here that the prince rigged a literal bomb inside of this pistol so it would kill the user, which he hopes the White Death will use to try to kill her, as he apparently always kills you with your own weapon. So yes, she made a literal Chekhov's gun that blows up. You know, this bit was actually suggested by Brad Pitt himself, but I have a feeling got an idea from someone else. Sadly, this is cut short by Tangerine finding him somehow by using a tracking app on a moving train. Not sure how that works, but I guess it should teach Ladybug right for stealing someone else's phone while they're asleep. Now for another fight scene. Nice. Interrupted for a short while by Kamiko from The Boys for a scene that would make even Andrew Tate proud.
You know what? Do you have anything sparkling with bubbles? Okay.
Stupid. Also, apparently, the actor for Tangerine, Aaron Taylor Johnson, lost an entire chunk of his hand while filming the scene. Ouch. After a little bit of hanging out and etiquette lessons,
You gonna get that? No! Probably ought to get that. Could be important. No! Okay, maybe it's important.
they become best friends
For what it's worth, you seem like a right fucking arsehole, and I'm glad you're gonna fucking die with me.
and pretend to be brothers so they can stay alive a bit longer.
You two do look like twins, huh?
And talk about dildos for some reason.
Well, I don't think they were in the market for fucking dildos and pantyhose, were they?
Ah, but they were buying it. They were. Oh, I had them.
Okay, this scene was definitely improvised, or it's just actually hilariously written, I don't know at this point. Then Ladybug decides to turn into Gerard Butler for a second, then, you know, does this. Then Lemon figures out that the prince and the father aren't who they seem, and says this absolutely amazing line.
I'm sorry, I get captivated by white girl tears. Bravo.
The prince then sells out the father and gets him shot. This girl, I swear to Tangerine, what are you doing? Also, I decided to research the glass on bullet trains, and they're made from a composition of polycarbonate sandwiched between 2 plates of glass, which hypothetically can stop a round from an AK-47. So no, he definitely would not be able to punch and headbutt through all of that. But cinematic effect, I guess.
Fuck me, you are really good. You sure you didn't study?
This line was completely improvised, and I love it. But sadly, Papa Pitt's special powder kicked in before he could kill her. Because, you know, convenient. And oh my god, she shot him! 3 times! Why 3? Oh good, the revenge of the mascot. Oh look, it's Domino. So as it turns out, she killed Poseidon, the White Death's son. I'm gonna keep milking this joke, by the way. She also poisoned the wedding and is now trying to kill Brad. And by the sounds of it, she fell for a crypto scam of some kind.
I was promised my money.
By who?
I don't know, it was all online.
And then she dies from her own poison. But imagine for just 1 second that this was not the antidote and Ladybug just poisoned himself too. That would have been stupid. That would have been really dumb. Also, she definitely went to the Jesse Pinkman School of Acting.
You stole my snake, bitch. The hornet stings, bitch. Hey, bitch. What do you think, bitch?
A blanket? You want me to hold your hand?
Well, at least he's supportive. Also, hats off to the hair and makeup department because they made the Boomslang's Venom so brutal. I love it. Although I probably can't show half of it, just take my word for it. It's gloriously disgusting. Tangerine finds Lemon dead, and it's very sad. But look at this shot. From upside down on the roof, to spinning back to normal, to pushing on Tangerine while he gets awful news on the phone. Really just sells the suspense.
There's this man and he was holding me hostage. He was wearing glasses and he killed my uncle. And he also killed this other man who, I don't know, he just kept talking about Thomas the Train and...
Tank agent.
I'm losing my patience with her. Oh my god.
You made Lemon bleed. And Lemon never bleeds.
Lemon never bleeds. Jesus Christ! That was brutal. Not in a fun way. That's just traumatic. Holy fuck! And to push out, to let the muzzle flash overexpose the view from inside, just adds so much to it. Great choice to hurt us, David.
He said that he's going to kill you and blame everything on you.
And there she goes again. I do, however, like the color choice in this train car. It makes certain things like spurting blood appear different, yet still disgusting. I like it. I'm still traumatized. This fog looks dope, by the way. Also a great way to introduce a character played by the one and the only Hiroyuki Sanada.
Was that a snake?
Were you looking in the mirror when you said that? Huh? Huh? This right here is a very subtle example of an L cut, which is when the audio from the last scene plays into the next scene. It's done specifically here to emphasize the death of the hired gun that the prince set to kill the boy. The reverb is added in as it almost echoes and leaks into the prince's mind. As she knows, she's just lost the one bit of leverage she has. So she's absolutely powerless now. Oh my snake! Snake!
The girl, her intentions with you were not honorable.
Yeah. Definitely a conversation that's been had many times under probably a much different context. Oh, and look, we're about to witness a discussion between me and my granny.
I'm going to tell you a story now.
No, I'm good.
It's short.
Really, I'm fine.
No, it's very quick.
No.
It's a good story for you, I think.
I'm cool.
Here we go.
Didn't know they put this in the movie. Really amazing to see another perspective of this scene. Yes, the original is badass, but to the elder, it was one of the worst days of his life. It really says a lot about the different ways you can portray a scene as a director and make them give off a completely different emotion each time. And this is a key turning point in the movie. The sun is rising to illuminate Ladybug's face, shows that his character arc is nearing its completion. Throughout the whole movie, he's been trying to adopt a positive attitude.
Put peace out in the world? Do you get peace back?
Even with everything crumbling around him and going wrong. But deep down, he knew he wasn't succeeding at this. And he wasn't. No matter how hard he tried, he still had the conception that he had bad luck. And to be fair, because of it, he was a mess. It's impossible to fake positivity. You can fake it externally, but not internally. But after this story from the elder, he just stopped faking it entirely. Of course, not exactly accepting it yet, but understanding his true purpose.
It holds all the bad luck so that others may live in peace. please.
To be a selfless protector and an agent of fate. In the movie, he started out in denial that he is fundamentally a mess. But now he's seen the light. He's reached acceptance. Now he has to protect. He has to enact fate's plan. At least that's how I see this. But that's the thing about films. Everything is really open to interpretation, which is what makes them so amazing. Everyone can view them differently. This allows for a great discussion. Oh look, Lemon's alive. Guess he decided to wear that vest after all. Oh, that's just rough. Matching his scream to the moving trains is an amazing choice from the editor. It makes it all the more gut-wrenching while providing a great transition into the next scene. Also, the joke of wise lines making no sense to the characters will never not be funny to me. Like, come on, this is hilarious.
Plum does not resent the hungry man, but the farmer who planted the tree.
Resents the farmer.
So how do plums have fucking resentments now? So how can it
Listen, the White Death is a farmer.
So we're the plums. We're the plums?
Oh my god! Dude, if this gets claimed, I do not care. What a way to prepare for the final sequence. Bringing back the amazing song to properly introduce the White Death and give him his title card. And it's just as badass before, if not more. Hey, Micheal Shannon is pretty good at playing badass villains. Maybe you should do this more often. Fun fact, originally the White Death was going to show up in a tailored sharp suit. But Micheal Shannon actually proposed the idea of more loosely fitting clothes as he had been in isolation for so long since the death of his wife. He would have stopped caring for his appearance as much. Upon hearing the suggestion, David Leitch immediately wrote into the movie, and it just works. It's another small detail that goes to show how David Leitch, unlike many other directors, is able to take notes from the cast and crew to improve the film. All hats off to him for that. Some have too much pride to take constructive criticism like that.
Deutschke.
Not yet.
Well, that just makes sense. Something about the main antagonist and villain being a little bit goofy or nonchalant about their acts, for some reason makes them far more terrifying and evil for me. Anyone else?
I see you, Deutschke. Nothing никогда не было частью моего плана.
Ooh, roasted!
There's no episode in Japanese. What the f?
Okay, are these editors censoring to not get demonetized or what? Because I think they failed at that.
You have no idea what's in this case. What are you talking about? Why is it always got to be us that opens the shit? Just open the goddamn case. I like to keep my fucking arms.
Okay, I have no idea who these two goons are, but I think we need a spin-off of them.
What if it's a bomb and it blows up in our faces?
Mm-hmm. Like your boss says.
Yes, very astute.
Revealing how and why the White Death set this up so perfectly to have every key player in his wife's death all on one train doing the same job as a cover for getting them to all kill each other is just so genius and such a great bait and switch. Turning him from just the villain who wants the case in his son to the guy who set up everything from the very beginning to get every enemy he has killed in one fell swoop makes him a truly intelligent and bloody terrifying villain. I'm confused, why is the wolf there? Because he had nothing to do with the White Death's wife's death. David Leitch, answer me. Holy shit, it's Ryan Reynolds. Obviously paying back to Brad Pitt for the 3-second cameo he had in Deadpool 2. Also directed by David Leitch. Wow, they got everyone in this movie, huh? Even Deadpool.
You happy?
I'm not Carver!
Well, scratch that spin-off, I guess. Also nice super villain landing. I can't show much of this, but just imagine stabbing, blood, slicing, more blood. You get the gist. Also, there's a Japanese cover of I Need a Hero, which is amazing, and I never knew I needed it. David Leitch really likes unconventional murder weapons. The pencil from John Wick, now a plushie knife. Jesus, brutal! Also, it might be hard to notice this, but after a lot of listens, I figured out you can hear a memento of the chorus of the White Death's theme in this track here. It's been altered lyrically and placed in a minor key to add to the tone of this final-ish battle, but still a pretty cool little detail sprinkled in by the composer. Oh my god, that was brutal! That was really brutal!
We're good! I got it!
Oh, he no longer has it. Okay, I'm a tad confused. I saw the guys over at CinemaSins were confused about this too. If both trains are hypothetically going at the same speed, and both have that ramped nose, why does the one convenient to the plot stay grounded and the other one goes in the air? I'm not nitpicking, but yeah, no, I'm nitpicking. David Leitch with another unconventional weapon. Fire extinguisher, extinguishment, gas, foam thingy. Chekhov's knife paid off. Thanks, Bad Bunny. That's a line I just said.
Hey, and I'm sorry about Tangerine.
Yeah! Yeah! But I got another brother now!
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
Fuck no!
Oh wait, never mind. I can't believe they gave us a full 1 minute sequence following the fucking water bottle. That's just expectation subversion taken to the next level. It's hilarious. Also achieved nicely with a snorri cam, which usually goes on people in these type of tracking shots, but using it here is also so smart because it's solidifying that the Fiji bottle is its own canonical character, which is again fucking ridiculous, and it's also great product placement. This CGI Brad Pitt is terrifying, but it still makes for a cool shot. Also, that's definitely a reference to Deadpool 2 with Domino, who is also in that suit early in the movie. David, you clever boy. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate the sound design in this scene. Well, more specifically, the whole movie. But in this scene, it's great. It really immerses you into the world with all the panning of the audio worked in, the speed ramps, also the squeaking of the plushie merged into all the metal scraping on the ground. 10 out of 10 work to all of the 23 members of the sound department on this film. This Warner moving through the wreckage is great. By the way, this is what the Warner is. Pretty simple, but still very cool when used right.
Carver is a dick. The most cunning assassin.
No, Ladybug, he's actually the best bodyguard I've heard.
Okay.
And the literal Chekhov's gun has been fired. But backwards. Reverse Chekhov's gun? Reverse Chekhov trap? Whatever. RIP to the coolest villain with the least screen time but the most demanding presence in a while. I guess less is more when it comes to making good villains sometimes.
Hey, about this Plum. Shouldn't the Plum give up all resentment?
And he's still on this. I'm great, she's alive.
The narcissism on this chick.
Mood. Oh, thank God.
Was that karma?
Yes, Brad Bug. It was. It definitely was. Oh look, Sandra Bullock. You know her character was supposed to be played by Lady Gaga before she dropped out of the movie. Bet you didn't. Also, her character is called Maria Beetle, which is a reference to the book Bullet Train was based on with the same name. This movie's been heavily criticized by some viewers who accuse the film of whitewashing characters found in the book, but to be honest, I don't think this is that serious of an issue, because even the original novel author, Kotaro Isaka, did not share that opinion at all. He said the people in Maria Beetle are not real people, and maybe they're not even Japanese. And also, he did always dream that it would be made into a Hollywood blockbuster, so in my books, he got his dream to come true, and if he's fine with the casting choices, it's all good with me too, and it should be with you. And boom.
Maybe it is just about how we frame it. Like, maybe there's no bad luck or good luck. Maybe we're all just agents of fate.
Now he realizes it. The character arc has officially come to the close, and yes, he's very right. Oh yay, Lemon's alive! And I'm glad he got to kill the prince, because she shot him 3 times, and it is her fault Tangerine is dead, so a win is a win. Also, I love that it's a Tangerine truck. Very lucky, I would say. And yes, that was a full film student breakdown of Bullet Train, released in 2022, which made a whopping $239.3 million at the box office with an absolutely star-studded cast. I want to give out some awards because I like to do this at the end of these. For best performance, I would love to give it to, for the first time ever, because this is the first time these awards happen, I'll make it a double award to Tangerine and Lemon. They're just so funny. They get along so well. The bickering's amazing. And the award for best scene have to go to the White Death's introduction. Everything is just so perfect. The composition, the music, just how epic it is. That's what I'm picking for the best scene in the movie. I would say that this is definitely one of my favorite movies of last year. What about you? What was your favorite movie of last year? Or even this year so far? I might cover in the next episode if you leave your suggestions down in the comments. I hope you all enjoyed the first episode of my new series. If you did and want to see more, smash that subscribe button, show that like button some love, and I will see you all on the next Film Student Breakdown. Bye!